Shaun, as a bowler, do you think differently if you're handed the ball for the last over knowing that, well, he has no other option, so he's turning to me, versus, say, an Arshdeep Singh the other night when he was told with 4 overs to go in that strategic timeout, we are going to entrust you with the last over?
Yeah, it is better when you're done with an element of confidence coming from the captain. And when you've been signalled out that that's going to be your job, the death overs will be where you come into bowl, rather than sort of they look around and at some stages, as Ronnie says, you can often see it in the bowler's eyes. If that bowler's not looking at the captain or not trying to get his attention, he doesn't want to be doing the job. So it is a tough one, but I think that's part and parcel of his job description. He should really be prepared. I think the challenge would have been maybe the ball. I mean, you sweat so much there in Mumbai. There's a little bit of dew on it. So it's not like a clear-cut scenario where you grab a hold of that ball and it feels comfortable in your hand and you realize you can go. And I think at the back of your mind, there's always the thought of, does it slip out because of the sweat? Does it slip out because of the dew? But I do also feel for the coaching staff over the last 3 games. I mean, I don't know. When you're in those environments, at this stage of the tournament, you're not going to say too much because it's a long road still to be chased, and you're going to make sure that you try and keep the positive energy there. But in all honesty, I mean, these guys are being paid some really good money, and they're professionals. They've played at the international level. For them not to get over the line in these last 3 games, all those 3 teams, I mean, it just looked like just normal cricket was required. I think it does give your coaching staff sleepless nights, and really does make life difficult for them.
You could see the expressions changing, Michael. I mean, if there was only a match going on where, just imagine you weren't watching what was going on in the middle. You just had cameras in the 2 dugouts. You had Sangakkara like this when David Miller got out, and then suddenly a couple of sixes, one from Unadkat, one from Tipo Morris, and there was Ricky Ponting who was like, he was very grumpy, and he had the biggest smile on his face about halfway through the innings.
Yeah, again, pressure. The pressure of the players, the pressure of the coaching units. I mean, Shaun's been in those dugouts where a game or 2 doesn't go your way, and you must feel it as a coach because you have to win games of cricket in the IPL. Ricky won't be too perturbed by it. He'll know that his team will come back. He's confident from last year's performance, confident from the first game. For Kumar Sangakkara, that was a massive win. To get his first win and to know that his team have come through a very, very tricky situation. Let's be honest, in the 17th over, they'd lost the game. They were going to lose by 10 or 15 runs. And it had been 2 losses in 2, and pressure builds. I can only imagine the phone calls or the Zoom meetings that you have to take place in these days with the owners and the investors, and how much money are you costing us in commercial deals if you don't win any games. It's a big business, the IPL. I've never been in a dugout, so I can't really give you my experience, but I can see that it means so much, and so it should do. So delighted, actually. And, that's what we need from Chennai tomorrow. We need Chennai to win a game, so everyone's got to win. And that tournament kind of goes down to the wire, not knowing who's going to be that final 4. What you don't want is one team to get beaten in the first few games, and it kind of is them against the rest going forward. Delighted that Rajasthan got the win tonight.